Hello and welcome to Krishi Jagran business platform that keeps you updated with all the agri news of the nation. This is Yash Saxena. Let's take a quick look at the top headlines of the day. PM Modi's mission Amrit Sarovar to overcome rural water crisis achieves 80% target, 40,000 Sarovars constructed. 2023 to 24 Rabi marketing year opens. FCI procures 10,727 tons of wheat on first day. Falling mustard prices cause distress for farmers despite increase in cultivation area. Silkworm rearing and traditional farming may increase farmers' income by 2 to 2.5 times, says UPCA. Farmers to get crop loss relief by May, says Agri Minister Dalal. Haryana's anti-stubble burning initiative to be extended to 8 additional districts. Amit Shah inaugurates computerization of Uttarakhand's multipurpose PACS. IRCTC also joins International Year of Millet campaign, adds millet-based meals for passengers in its menu. Indian delegation explores investment opportunities in South Africa and Botswana. Now the news in detail. Ministry of Rural Development has almost completed the mission Amrit Sarovar launched in April 2022 by PM Modi. Today, a release issued by the ministry shared data which says that out of 50,000 Amrit Sarovars to be developed in the country, 40,000 have been developed and are functional. Target of construction of 50,000 Amrit Sarovars was set to be completed by 15th August 2023. Within a short span of 11 months, so far, more than 40,000 Amrit Sarovars have been constructed, which constitutes 80% of total target. As per the ministry release, Jan Bhagidari has been the core of this mission and involves people's participation at all levels. So far, 54,088 user groups have been formed for each Amrit Sarovar. These user groups are fully involved during the entire process of development of Amrit Sarovars, feasibility assessment, execution and its utilization. Mission Amrit Sarovar was launched intending to overcome the water crisis in rural areas of the country. 2023 to 24 Rabi marketing year opens with a bang. The Food Corporation of India purchased 10,727 tons of wheat on the very first day. According to Ashok Meena, Chairman and Managing Director of Government Agency, the quantity was purchased at the minimum support price of 2,125 rupees per quintal in Madhya Pradesh. Even though procurement in Madhya Pradesh began on March 20th, we purchased the season's first wheat on Monday, amid a large supply from farmers, Meena told reporters. Last year on the same day, no wheat was procured and the total quantity in March last year was 10,000 tons. Wheat has been procured in Madhya Pradesh, Ujjain, Devas, Indore, Bhopal and many more such cities. While the government agency is preparing to begin wheat procurement in Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh by April 1st. After good prices last year, this season's comparatively low mustard and potato prices have distressed farmers, particularly mustard growers. This year, the district's mustard cultivation area has grown significantly. According to the farmers, mustard fetched the highest price of 7,000 rupees per quintal last year compared to an opening purchase price of around 4,500 rupees per quintal this year. Potato growers reported a significant price drop this year as well. According to the farmers, the Pukhraj variety of potatoes is primarily planted in the Amritsar district. According to them, the crop sold for more than 900 rupees per quintal last year but has dropped nearly to 500 rupees per quintal this year. Farmers added that establishing a minimum support price for these crops is critical as they currently rely on the whims and fancies of private buyers. It's inexcusable that these crops are fetching such a low price even as prices of mustard oil and potatoes have risen for consumers, said farmer Supinder Singh. Yogi Adityanath, Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, inaugurated a silk agriculture fair at the Yogi Raj Baba Gambhir Nath Auditorium on March 30th. On the occasion, he also laid foundation stone for 11.38 crore rupees worm breeding facility, community centers and thread machine shades, as well as offered monetary help for silkworm housing to beneficiaries. While addressing the crowd, Adityanath stated that the government's goal was to significantly raise farmers' income and make Uttar Pradesh one of the top states in the country in terms of farmer prosperity and happiness. He claims that silkworm raising combined with traditional farming might improve farmers' revenue by 2 to 2.5 times. He stated that ideas and plans are developed in response to development opportunities. Those farmers whose crops have been damaged due to the recent untimely rainfall and hailstorm can register their crop losses by 3rd April on the e-Kshati-Purti portal after registering their crops on the Meri Fasal Mera Byora web portal. JP Dalal, Haryana's agriculture minister, said the portal has been opened again so that all weather hit farmers can claim compensation for the damage caused to the crops. He added the farmers whose crops are not covered under the Prime Minister's Fasal Bima Yojana should register themselves on the previous mentioned portals at the earliest. Dalal said the farmers would get compensation of 15,000 rupees in case of crop loss above 75% and 12,000 rupees on the crop losses between 50 to 75%. After the success of pilot initiative in collaboration with Deloitte to address the issue of stubble burning, the Haryana government will now expand the project to 8 more districts. The program will now be expanded to Fatehbad, Sirsa, Jind, Kaithal, Kurukshetra, Ambala, Yamunanagar and Karnal, which account for approximately 90% of fires in the state, according to Narhari Bangar, director at Haryana Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Deloitte India said in a statement that it has finished its pilot climate leadership project on crop residue management, which had helped minimize stubble burning events and regulate air pollution in the region. Union Home Minister and Cooperation Minister Amit Shah inaugurated the computerization of Uttarakhand's multi-purpose primary agricultural credit cooperative societies, joint cooperative farming and Jan Suvidha Kendra in Haridwar. Several dignitaries attended the event, including Uttarakhand's Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami. In his address, Amit Shah stated that under Prime Minister Narendra Modi's leadership, the work of computerization of primary agricultural credit society began in Uttarakhand in October 2021 for the first time in the country, and that computerization of all 670 PSCs in the state has now been completed. Shah went on to say that by completing the computerization of 307 cooperative bank branches and 670 MPSCs, the Uttarakhand government has risen to first place in the country's cooperative sector. The Indian Railway Catering and Tourism Corporation IRCTC plans to expand its menu with wholesome dishes, some of which will be made with millets. According to IRCTC's top regional manager Ajit Kumar Sinha, all vendors in Uttar Pradesh, including 78 static units at train platforms, have been urged to expand their menus to include millet-based foods. In addition to them, mobile railway units, pantry cars and IRCTC restaurants in government buildings have been given the same direction, he added. According to the IRCTC, millet laddu, bread and roti made from bajra, etc. will be served to the passengers. According to the delegation leader, a multi-product Indian business delegation on 5-day visit to South Africa and neighboring Botswana has been well received by potential partners for trade and investment in both countries. The Federation of Indian Export Organization delegation investigated business opportunities in these two countries. Under the theme Balancing and Nurturing Trade Relations and Developing Promising Bilateral Trade, FIEO and the Indian Mission in Johannesburg and Gaborone co-hosted day-long seminars with local speakers, followed by business-to-business meeting and interactions with government ministers and officials. So, this was all about the news. For more updates on Agri News, stay tuned with Krishi Jagran Business. This is Yash Saxena signing off.